Breakfast time, Colossians chapter 3. If then you were raised with Messiah, seek the matters which are above, where Messiah is, seated at the right hand of Elohim. Mind the matters above, not those on the earth. For you have died, and your life has been hidden with Messiah in Elohim. When the Messiah, who is our life, is manifested, then you also shall be manifested with him in esteem. Therefore, put to death your members which are on the earth, whoring, uncleanness, passion, evil desire, and greed of gain, which is idolatry. Because of these, the wrath of Elohim is coming upon the sons of disobedience, in which you also once walked when you lived in them. But now, also put off all these: displeasure, wrath, evil, blasphemy, filthy talk from your mouth. Do not lie to each other, since you have put off the old man with his practices, and have put on the new one who is renewed in knowledge, according to the likeness of him who created him. Where there is not Greek and Yehudi, circumcised and uncircumcised, foreigner, Scythian, slave, free, but Messiah is all and in all. Therefore, as chosen ones of Elohim, set apart and beloved, put on compassion, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, patience, bearing with one another and forgiving each other. If anyone has a complaint against another, indeed, as Messiah forgave you, so also you should. But above all these, put on love, which is a bond of the perfection. And let the peace of Elohim rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in one body, and be filled with thanks. Let the word of Messiah dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing with pleasure in your hearts to the Master in psalms and songs of praise and spiritual songs. And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Master Yeshua, giving thanks to Elohim, the Father, through him. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands, as is proper in the Master. Husbands, love your wives and do not be bitter toward them. Children, obey your parents in all, for this is well-pleasing to the Master. Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged. Servants, obey your masters according to the flesh in all respect, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in sincerity of heart, fearing Elohim. And whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Master, and not to men, knowing that from the Master you shall receive the reward of the inheritance. It is the Master Messiah you serve. But he who does wrong shall be repaid for the wrong which he has done, and there is no partiality. Masters, give your servant what is righteous and fair, knowing that you also have a Master in the heavens. Continue in prayer, watching therein with thanksgiving, praying at the same time also for us, that Elohim would open to us a door for the word, to speak the secret of Messiah, for which I am also in chains, so that I make it clear as I should speak. Walk in wisdom toward those who are outside, redeeming the time. Let your word always be with favor, seasoned with salt, so that you know how you ought to answer each one. Tychicus, who is a beloved brother, a true servant and a fellow servant in the Master, shall give you all the news about me. I am sending him to you for this purpose, to know your circumstances and to encourage your hearts. With Onesimus, a true and beloved brother, who is one of you, they shall let you know all the news here. Aristarchus, my fellow prisoner, greets you, with Marcos, the relative of Barnabas. about whom you received instruction. If he comes to you, welcome him. Also Yeshua, who is called Justus. These are my only fellow workers for the reign of Elohim, who are of the circumcision, who were to me a comfort. Epaphras, who is one of you, a servant of Messiah, greets you, always wrestling for you in prayers, so that you stand perfect and complete in all the desire of Elohim. I bear him witness that he has a deep concern for you and for those who are in Laodicea and those in Hierapolis. Luke, the beloved physician of Damascus, greet you. Greet the brothers in Laodicea and Nympha and the assembly that is in his house. And when his letter is read among you, see that it is read also in the assembly of the Laodiceans, and that you likewise read the letter from Laodicea. And say to Archippus, see to the service which you have received in the Master, so that you complete it. This greeting is on my own hand. Shaul, remember my chains. Favor be with you. Amen.